If you don't, then I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go into jail.
Okay.
Okay? You have.
I've been to jail before. I'm okay with that.
You have to supply an ID when you violated the law.
I didn't violate the law.
Here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
And he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go to your first sergeant. Not a problem. Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape. Not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today. That's good.
Okay.
Welcome to Mr. Rights, where your rights matter and the truth always stands with you. Every day we uncover how the law works outside the courtroom, where real encounters happen. From ID refusal to unlawful stops, we break it down so you know your power. No hype, just your rights, real cases, and real knowledge. Hit subscribe, because knowing is the first step to standing your ground.
Interesting. The vehicle is also unlocked. Probably not smart. Hello. Hello. I just want to let you know I'm just looking around.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Have a good day.
Looking around.
Yeah, just checking stuff out.
Or where are you from?
What do you mean, where am I from? Like, where do I live currently? Is that what you're asking me, or?
You can't just be in here, unfortunately.
Well, this is city property.
Okay, you can't be in here. We're going off for a call right now. You actually have to leave.
You can go. I'm not going to stop you by any
You
means.
can't be in here.
There's no signs that say I can't.
You cannot, sir. You need to walk out. You can't just walk in. This is a secured facility.
It's not secured because the garage doors are open. There's no signs that say authorized personnel
You can't
only.
be in here. You need to leave.
Well, I just.
You need to leave.
Okay.
Okay, you need to leave.
I'm going to stand right there.
No, you need to leave.
No.
Yeah, you do. You can't just.
Please back away from me. 6 feet.
You need to leave.
You need. No. Just calm down. I'm going to stand right here. What's your name? Mandy Picha. Pichia.
Can I help you?
You need to back away from me 6 feet, please.
Can I help you? We're about to go on a call, so
Go
you need to
ahead.
back up.
I'm good.
Who are you?
What do you mean? Why do you need to know that
Who are you?
information? Why do you need to know that information?
6550.
Well, this will be interesting. We should probably start live streaming now. Good.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I think it's pretty evident what I'm doing.
I don't know who you are.
Also legal.
Okay. You got an ID on you?
I sure don't.
You don't have an ID on you?
No, I don't.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm not going to give you that.
Okay, well, we're here for a legitimate reason, so I'm asking for your name.
Sure. Okay, you can ask all you'd like.
Okay, well, if you're not going to give me that name and you're here and you have no legitimate reason to ask me to leave,
I'm not going to leave either. I'm busy doing something, obviously.
well, then just explain to me what you're doing.
I'm filming. It's quite evident. What's your name and badge number? Let's start with that.
My name is Officer Jesse Neely, 2405.
Okay, cool. What's your name and badge number?
Chase Jensen, 2411.
2411. Okay, great.
Is there a reason it's blocking the ambulance hall?
Yeah, it's city property. I wasn't in her face. I have it all on camera, obviously.
She was telling me.
She can say what she wants. Camera doesn't lie.
Well, can you show us then? It's not open to the public just to walk in there.
It definitely is.
No, it's not. There's a reason that it's not open.
No. Here's before we go any further, I'm going to explain something to you. It's not up to you.
It is up to me.
There's no signs, and it was wide. I'm not going to listen to you because you're not correct. I'm not going to leave either. I'm busy conducting business right now.
That building because there's medical stuff.
Okay, point to me the sign then.
It doesn't have to be posted.
Doesn't have to be.
No.
So it's about reasonability. Reasonable, right? So first and foremost, let's start with RAS. Reasonable articulate suspicion would require that me filming, which by the way is a constitutionally protected activity, is allowed. You can't condone that as suspicious. What's your name and badge number, ma'am? You don't know? Okay, what's your badge number?
2413.
Good. Do you have a business card? What is with your attitude? Well, the whole shoulder shrug thing tells me either that you're young and you don't care, or B, you don't like me. Okay, then let me get your business card. Let me get your business card as well.
Okay, so now that you
So
did actually violate the law, you are required to give some identification.
What violation would that be?
Okay, you. 10-4.
You have to.
I'm telling you.
Sure.
You prevented the ambulance from responding to a call.
Incorrect. In fact, on film, we can talk to the judge about it, but
You can talk to the judge about it.
you're gonna have to go too. That's the thing.
You don't know that.
Because I do. Because
Now you have to.
I'm not gonna ID myself.
Okay, if you don't, then I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go into jail.
Okay.
Okay? You have.
I've been to jail before. I'm okay with
You
that.
have to supply an ID when you violated the law.
I didn't violate the law because an obstruction of a legal process or an emergency service would require me standing in the way, which I did not do. They chose to not leave.
Okay.
I even said they don't have to leave. Yeah, that doesn't stop anyone from going
You
anywhere.
can't leave that building unsecured. There's medical stuff.
I got out.
Okay?
I'm standing here talking to you, am I not?
What is wrong with you? What is your
Something's wrong with you. You don't understand the law, number one. You don't like First Amendment auditors, obviously.
I do understand the law, and I am fully supportive of the Constitution.
Are you? Because it doesn't seem like it right now. You told me that I'm suspicious because I'm filming. So let's.
That's the call that we received.
Sure, it's still not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Nope. Doesn't mean, and I don't have to ID to you.
Being suspicious is not illegal in itself.
Correct.
Correct. But when you prevent them from responding to a call,
I would actually have to do that in order for them to not be able
that is
to.
illegal.
Okay, well, I'd have to actually prevent
You
them.
are required to present an
I'm not going to prevent ID. I will show you my camera.
Okay, show me the camera then. Show
Great.
Me that.
Okay, they're back, guys. All right, so you're who again?
I'm the chief here.
Okay, what's your last name, sir?
Michaels.
Michaels, Chief Michaels. Okay, I'm Rowdy. I go by Rowdy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
What's going on?
I'm filming your public facility here, and basically, there's some misconceptions about the law and the rules. Also, in regards to, I think it's 968.24 would be your reasonable articulable suspicion to stop me in the state of Wisconsin regarding getting my ID and regarding suspicious activity or the worry that I'm committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or I just have committed a crime. So that's gone. I've satisfied everything that you're worried about. I've told you what I'm doing here. I've tried to be respectful, but there's a couple approaches that don't work well with me, and I'm sure they don't work well with most community. Now, the options that we have are either A, the community sees that you guys are capable of resolving issues, even if it starts off on the wrong foot, or B, they see that you can't. We end up in a big deal. You take me to jail, which is all fine if you want to go that route, but that's just the difficult way.
Okay, how did you get into the building?
The garage door is wide open. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no signs anywhere saying authorized personnel only, etc. I mean, there's just none.
And you were asked to leave at one point, correct?
And where am I?
But you were asked to leave, correct?
And I did. I stepped out of the building.
Are they on a call right now? Yes, they had to wait for him to leave.
They didn't have to wait for me to leave. They shut the door and then they sat in there a little bit longer, which
You
you.
prevented them from leaving according to them, and they're willing to give a written statement on it.
They can give a written statement, and according to them, but I just showed you the. I understand, but I just showed you the video.
Okay? And I agree with the video.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, even if they give you a written statement, it doesn't matter. I've shown you the video. That's the same thing that's going to come out in court.
Okay, have you accomplished what you want to accomplish?
Well, when this interaction is over, yeah.
Well, it's over. Have you accomplished what
Am I free to go?
Absolutely.
In a small town in Wisconsin, a state with over 5.8 million residents, and where statute 968.24 protects the right to refuse ID, one determined citizen stood his ground against 3 officers inside an open ambulance garage with no restricted signs. As officers gloved up and threatened arrest, he remained calm, cited the law precisely, and turned the table. This is a powerful reminder. Knowing your rights is your strongest weapon. Without clear legal cause, you are not required to show ID. Always keep your distance, record, ask for badge numbers, and respond with the law. Subscribe to Mr. Right, comment, and share to support our legal rights. Now, let's head into the second video.
If you want my name, I'll give you everything. Who are you?
I don't need to provide that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If I'm asking you who you are and why you're videotaping our facility, you have to provide me with some kind of identification. So do you have any identification?
To require identification under the law, you need to be able to articulate a crime that I'm about to commit or I have committed.
Okay. You're going around, you're videotaping our state police facility for no apparent reason, and if I'm asking you who you are, you have to provide me with identification.
I don't have to,
it's
no.
just like anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
In fact, your public information officer already has dealt with this here, and so has a few other officers, so...
I don't care who's dealt with it. I'm asking you for identification because I want to know who you are right now. And I want to know what your reasoning is for videotaping our facility.
Well, first of all, Supreme Court has covered that filming out in public is perfectly legal.
I don't care what the
And that is not a suspicion of crime, so therefore you have no suspicion of crime.
Listen, you can cite whatever you want.
Right.
Why are you videotaping? That's what I'm asking right now.
I don't have to answer that.
Well, I want to see a form of identification, identifying who you are, why you're outside my facility right now videotaping us.
I don't have to provide that either.
Why not? Why do you feel that you do not have to perform any form of
Because that's the law.
No, it's not. If
Yes,
you're
it
out
is.
here and I want to know why you're videotaping our facility and you have to provide me some form of identification, you just can't come and walk away anytime you want and just come up with your things and fly them over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right now.
You probably want to get a supervisor or somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
And he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Elaine. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go to the first sergeant, not a problem. Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape, not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today, that's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure. Have a good day.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of this. I said sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say misinformation, but it's an area that we're not used to dealing with. All right?
Well, that's apparent. I've dealt with your troopers already on
Yeah,
this.
I'm sure you have it. Not a problem. That's why he came out here. I saw that he was talking to you, so.
You probably should educate them a little bit more on it. It's going to be a more...
It's kind of an area that's new to everybody, and until they have legislation on it.
Which there is none.
Right. So sorry for the inconvenience, okay?
Alrighty, have a good one.
Thank you for watching today's video on Mr. Right. 2 different situations, 2 unique confrontations, but both reveal a powerful truth. Civil rights are not privileges. They are legal foundations that must be understood, exercised, and defended in every moment. In Wisconsin, a state with over 5.8 million residents and clear laws protecting ID refusal, one citizen stood face-to-face with 3 officers inside an open medical garage in broad daylight. With no warning signs posted, and despite threats of arrest, he remained calm, cited local statutes, requested badge numbers, maintained a safe distance, and recorded the entire encounter, a textbook example of a legally aware citizen. In the second video, outside a state police facility, an officer wrongfully demanded ID from a drone operator, but within minutes, his own sergeant stepped in, publicly corrected him on camera, proving how critical internal education and public vigilance really are. 2 cases, 1 message. You don't need to argue or escalate, you just need to know your rights and use the law to protect yourself. Mr. Right's advice: know your local laws, stay calm, request clear identification from officers, and always assert your right to record in public spaces. Subscribe to Mr. Right, leave a comment, and share this video to spread truth, legal awareness, and the power of informed citizens.